Good morning, viewers. My name is Mrs. Layo, one of the teachers of GNS schools. This morning, for SS1 class, we'll be having the subject economics, then the topic population. 1. To define population and population census, then state the features of a good population census, then explain the importance of population census. First, what is population? Population could be defined as the total number of people living in a geographical area. Population could be defined as the total number of people living in a geographical location at a particular period of time. At a particular period of time, it means those people staying in an area, territorial area at a particular time. To the sociologists, it used to refer to be maybe those people sharing the same culture, the people sharing the same custom, the people sharing the same norms together, staying in an area, for example, or in a country, for example, our nation, Nigeria. That is what population is. Now, population, that's population. Now, let's look at what population census is. Population census is the head count or house to house enumeration of people in a particular place at a particular time. Now, population census could be defined as the count, the head count, or house-to-house enumeration of people in a particular place at a particular time. Now, head count, which means these are the keywords: the head count, people, then place, then time. Now, let's start with head count. Head count means one by one, one by one. It includes everybody: the children, the counting of the children, the counting of the women, counting of the men. What I forgot to add in population definition is population includes everybody. It could be the disabled, the beggars, the women, the adults, the children, everybody. That's population. So when we are talking about population census, it's including the head count of everybody from house to house, then of people, not animals of course, of people at a particular place. Let's take, for example, in Nigeria, taking population of Nigeria, or we could take population of Lagos State, and at a particular time, people give birth often. So at a particular time, it could be like maybe now in May, or maybe at a particular time. It must be a particular time. That's all about population census. The first population that was done in Lagos was far back as at 1820. Then in Nigeria it was 1961. And presently now we have the population of Nigeria to be close to 200 million. So if population census is not actually important, then we will not be having it. It's very important. So the other thing we're going to study today is the features of population census. The features of population census. Features or characteristics of a good population census. Number one is that it is carried out by the government. It is carried out By the government, of course, it's not by an individual. As I am like this, I cannot carry out the population census of Nigeria or anywhere, but it's carried out by the government of a particular place. The number two is within a regular interval. Three, number three of that it is carried out by the government, it is not within a regular interval, then it must happen in the country at the same time. For example, if it must happen in the country simultaneously. That is, at the same time. It must happen in the nation or that place that they want to carry population census out. It must be carried at the same time. For example, if you're having population census in Nigeria by May, then when it's happening in Lagos by May, it should be happening in Kaduna by May, or even Enugu by May. So it must be happening in the country at a particular time. Another feature is that of a good population is that it carries It is carried out along all the sectors. If you want to know the population of the sections, it is carried out along all the sections of the economy. That means if you want to know the population of Nigeria now, it is not only the women or the adults alone. It must involve everybody, the male, the female, the children. That is about that. Then another one is the fifth one is it is very expensive. It is very, very expensive to carry out. You cannot just, and requires proper planning. It is very expensive and requires proper planning. I think those are the major features or characteristics of a good population that I want to talk about today. Then we want to talk about the importance of population census. Why is population census important? Now, number one, importance of population census. Importance of population census. One, it is used to determine the population or number of a particular place. It is through population census that we can be able to know the number of people in Nigeria. As I earlier said, the number of Nigerians are in Nigeria, the number of Nigeria is close to 200 million. It is because of the population census, or because it was carried out, population census. Now, the number two is that it is used, or through population census, we can be able to determine the labor force, in brackets, through labor census, we can be able to determine the labor force, that is, in brackets, an independent ratio of the population. What this means is that for a given country or for a given territory, they have independent ratio, which usually falls between the age of, say, 18 to 65 years. 65 years in Nigeria, for example, 18 to 65 years in Nigeria. So within this age, you're expected to be working for people that are below or for people that are above 65 years. So these people, they are the labor force, they are the working force of the economy. Through labor force and through population census, they can be able to determine the labor force of a particular place or a particular country. Another one is it is used for delineation. It is used for the dilation. That means that it is used to, for example, if you want to carry out an election, it is used for electoral separation. That means that we can be able to, like, okay, the people that are here are more, then let's divide them into constituencies or into units or into local government. It is through population census that we'll be able to do that. Then another thing is, it is number 4. It is used to determine government revenue. Through population census, we will be able to define or to determine government revenue, how much is coming to the government purse at a particular time. So it is through population census we'll be able to do that. And another point I want to include is we have so many importance of population census. Importance of population census. Then number 5, apart from that, the number 1 is it is used to determine a particular people living in a particular place. Another one is the labor force, the independence ratio. Then it is used for delineation. Number 4, it is used to determine government revenue. Then another point that is that it is used to determine the dependency ratio. As I earlier said, we have independence ratio and we have the independence ratio. Now, I've talked about the independence ratio. Now, the dependence ratio are those people that fall with above or below 18 or above 65 years. For example, in Nigeria, there are some countries where they will just take between 17 to 60 years. But in Nigeria, if you fall below 17, less than or equals to, let's say, 18 to greater than 65 years, you are Under dependency ratio, you are expected to be depending on people working for you, because at a particular time you will still move to 18, between 18 and you work. Then at a particular time you'll be expected to have worked, then depend on people. So through population census, we were able to determine the number of people working, or the number of people that are not working. Now another one, the last one that I want to give today is, it is used to get the number of unemployment rate. It is through this population census that we are able to determine the unemployment rate, those people that are employed, those people that are not employed, those people that will soon fall into, or that are dependent or independent ratio. Now, lastly for today, we want to talk about the factors or the problems that leads to problems of population census. Problems of population census. It is used to get the number of unemployment rate of a particular place, a geographical place. Now, this is all we'll be able to look at under population today. There are still more to population itself, like theory of Reverend Thomas Malthus, maybe our next class. Now, our assignment is this. Define aging population and declining population. Thank you, viewers. That will be all for today. God bless you.